Alright, here's some more yellow belt fundamental skills. This area is in down block, sprawl, and short offense, and the first thing we're going to look at is scrambling to his stance. If we're really aggressive with our shooting, we're going to get stuck underneath. So we need to pull on the arms, post on the mat, and circle towards up to our feet. Back, now I'm on two knees. I'm going to pivot my knee up right here, and I'm going to circle up to my feet just like that. So once again, I bring my knees up, bring my foot up, post on one hand, and I'm going to circle towards my leg that's up. As we do this, I build up, I circle, and I'm up. What I want to do here is the arm that's being held, I want to plant it on the mat as hard as I can. This arm has to be absolutely solid. Then what I'm going to do with my other hand is I'm going to grab his elbow. I'm going to pull that down as hard as I can, and I'm going to pivot my knee up on the same side that I'm holding onto his elbow. From here, I'm going to push off the mat, get 2 feet up, and circle, 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 circle. And push on the arm as I circle and try to get my head into his chest here. So from here, I'm circling, I'm circling, I'm circling. A lot of times in a cow catcher it can get real tight. I can't get free here. You know, it's hard for me to clear this off. So if I'm here on my feet and he's still holding on to me really hard, what I need to do is shake it, get all this stuff loose. So I'm going to shake it like a dog shaking a toy. And I'm not going to whip my head, I'm going to whip my whole hips, my whole body, until things come loose. So again, if I shot, he catches me in a cow catcher right here, this hand that he is underhooked here is going to go in the mat. I'm going to grab onto this arm as hard as I can. I'm going to step my foot up, pivot, up to my feet, shake until it's loose. Our next drill is hip pressure circling. Big thing I want to see here is your hips are lower than your shoulders and you keep your feet wide and just take short shuffling steps. What I want is not to run around someone like this. I want my hips down and pressure in as I circle. So I'm going to have my head up, I'm going to have an arch in my back, my hips are towards the mat. I'm going to take short little shuffling steps with my feet, but there's always pressure in as I circle. So if I have someone that I snap down here, I take him to the mat. As I go around, I'm not just going to jump and spin. What I'm going to do is keep pressure in as I go behind. So as I circle, I block, my hips are in, my head's up, and I take short shuffling steps with my feet. From here, the whole time I'm pushing into my opponent, trying to push them off their base, trying to block arms, because as I keep pressure here, that keeps weight on his hands. If I just try to jump and spin, there's no weight on his hand, and he can catch me as I go. Whereas if I keep weight in and block, he can't lift his hand up, and I'll get behind to the back. Our next drill is our arching sprawl drill. In this drill, I want to see you focusing on good position, with your head up, your back straight, and your hips in. If someone shoots on us, I don't want to bend over here, because then he'll hit all my weight's on my heels, I don't have any weight on him, and he drives me to my butt. So what I want to do is I want to get my head up and my hips into him, so I put weight on him. So our drill for that, we're going to have our feet up and our heads down. We're in bad position right here. And I'm going to throw my legs back, wide. My hips are going to go all the way to the mat. I'm going to look towards the ceiling. Then I'm going to hop up, down, down. Keep practicing throwing those hips, arching your head, so that you can put weight on your opponent. Next, we have our slide away drill. It's hard to get around our opponent if they're locked on our knee, so we're going to have our arching sprawl,
but we're going to push back, sliding his grip up towards our butt from our knee.
If I'm stalking in and I do my knockout drill here, I'm going to first slide, learn how to slide so that his hands go from my knee up to my butt, and then when I circle I can break it. So if he's really deep on my knee right here, it might be pretty difficult to get him off. So what I want to do is arch my hip in and slide that hip down. Now it's here, and it's much easier for me to lift his elbow and break his grip and then block his arm. So if his head's inside, again, right here, I want to slide, and then from here I can lift the elbow and pry it up, and then it's easy to break the grip. So our slide away drill, if we're doing it alone, I'm stalking in, wrestling, knockout, and slide. I'm here, knockout, slide, and then we can circle.
Our knockout drill combines most of the different things we're working on. We have a hard sprawl slamming directly into the mat. We're going to circle towards our bent leg. We can get a lot of reps on this, and it's a super important drill.
I imagine someone shooting towards this leg. I'm going to throw it back, land on this hip, keep my head up. That's the first part. Now, notice I landed on my hands. I didn't hit my chest down. I stayed up nice and tall. My leg's heavy. The one he's shooting on is straight. This one's bent. I have a bend in this leg. I'm going to circle towards my bent leg side. So right here, I'm going to circle, back up to my feet. So again, this leg, I'm going to slam right here, circle towards my bent leg side. Be shooting towards this leg, I'm going to get it back, bent leg, circle towards the bent leg. So, with a partner, if he was shooting right here, what I'd want to do is kick the leg back. Just kind of go forward. I'm going to throw back. Here, this one's bent. What I want to do is make sure his hands aren't locked by my knee. So if I have to slide away, I'll slide away. And I get that leg really straight. This one's bent. I'm going to, when he's off my leg, I'm going to reach for a shin, for an ankle, for something back here, and I'm going to keep him off this arm, blocking it. I'm going to circle towards my bent leg. So I'm behind. So again, if he shoots on this leg, I'm going to kick the leg back, straighten it. This one's bent. I'm going to slide away so he's not holding on to my knee. I'm going to reach towards the back. I'm going to circle, block the arm as I go. Now if it's a double leg, it's a little bit more complicated. Right here, you have to choose which leg you're going to give him straight. I always go, my bent leg is towards his head. So I'm going to sprawl here, right there. What I'm trying to do is turn this into a single leg. When it's a single leg, I push away, slide, block, all the way around. So again, that's a knockout drill. Come up one step. If we're doing this as a group, I might fake shoot this way. All you guys are going to sprawl and circle. And it's not like I have to get landed on by everybody. So if I'm here, if I'm shooting on that leg, he's going to sprawl and he's going to circle back up. If I and he's going to come up in his stance, I shoot this way, he goes that way.
Finally, we have our go behind drill. You get in the front headlock position all the time, so we want to push, pull, and pound that person underneath us and block, catch the backside, and drive at a tee.
I'm going to pull and pound his head into the mat. I'm going to try and shove his nose right into the mat, but what that's going to do, he's not going to let his nose get hit. So he's going to put his hands on the mat. When he puts his hands on the mat, then it's really easy to spin. So if I get into my football tie right here, I'm going to push his head towards his heels, right there, and then I'm going to pull, and I'm going to pound his head towards my back leg. And I'm going to keep pulling this leg away. So from here I push, and I pull and pound, his head's in the mat, he's already down to his elbows, which makes it really easy to spin. So again, if I'm here, downblock club, football tie, I'm going to push his head towards his heels, because if he's trying to run away from this position, if I push into him, he's going to hold his ground, otherwise I'm going to hit an ankle pick and drive him straight over here. So when he holds his ground, I'm going to slam his head into the mat. What I'm trying to do, as I pull and pound, I'm trying to jerk his head off his body. So I'm holding his head as tight as I can, I push, I pull, and I pound his head into the mat, keeping my legs back as I go. His elbows are down, I release the chin, block, look for the backside. So again, push, pull, pound, go straight into backhand, backside tee, and I've shown it quite a bit here. I can go either way here. If I'm here, here, I push, I pull and pound right here. Especially if he's on his elbows, it works even better. What I want to do is put weight, double up on the arm. So if my hand's here, I'm going to slide to the elbow, get this hand backhand behind the armpit. I'm going to keep my hips in here as I spin. And then once this arm's going to keep this arm from coming up, I'm going to reach to the back side. I want to meat hook something on the back, right here. So I can go hamstring, I can go knee, I can go shin, I can go butt. But I'm going to grab something on the back, blocking this arm, and it's going to get deeper and deeper as I spin. I'm going to keep pulling him forward with this hand. My hips are in until I'm behind him. So again, if I just brought him down with my football tie, this hand that's on top of the head is sliding straight to the armpit. Slides to the armpit. This hand's going to help hold the arm down. This arm's going to keep sliding through underneath. This hand's going to look for the back side. So, backhand, backside, and as I spin, I'm going to drive him at a tee. When I drive at a tee, I really like holding on to the shin with this hand. So, I'm chin, backhand, block, get this one as deep as I can, grab the shin, grab the ankle, grab something on the back, depending on how long your arms are, and I want to drive him at a tee. As I drive at a tee, I want to keep my hips underneath me so I can knock him off his base.